A teenager is arrested on suspicion of hiding a cutter between seats on a bus after arguing with schoolmates. The city swelters through its hottest day of the year, with mercury hitting over 36 degrees in new territories. And a Blue Origin rocket dramatically explodes on the launch pad during a test in Florida. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Evelyn Bai. A 14-year-old boy has been arrested after a cutting knife was found sticking out of a city bus seat 2 days ago. Police believe the student left behind a sharp tool during an argument on the bus and are looking into a motive. Jamie Liu reports.
The 13-centimeter cutting knife was found half buried in an upper deck seat of a city bus traveling from Wan Chai to Admiralty. Around 1 centimeter of the blade was sticking out. Nobody was injured. A passenger reported to police on Wednesday afternoon, prompting officers to search the bus. After reviewing security camera footage, investigators linked the sharp tool to a 14-year-old boy studying at a Southern District Secondary School. He was arrested on charges of possessing an offensive weapon and wounding with intent. Police said the teenager first boarded the bus in the Southern District. He allegedly pointed a cutting knife at his schoolmates during an argument over trivial matters. The knife was eventually left in the seat when the boy got off the vehicle in Wan Chai. Police are investigating a motive and believe it was an isolated event with no gang involvement. The boy is now on bail until late June. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
Ngong Ping 360 has introduced large warning signs and deployed extra staff at its station starting today, following reports of individuals mimicking staff uniforms to peddle tickets nearby. The cable car company says the measures aim to prevent tourists from being scammed, adding that they will cooperate with government departments to clamp down on the illicit activity. Jeremy Zhu has more.
In the morning, before Ngong Ping 360 had even opened for the day, 2 individuals were spotted sitting by the roadside along the path from the Tongchong MTR station to the cable car terminal. Both were wearing green shirts, highly resembling the official uniforms of cable car staff. Shortly after, they were seen wandering along the pavement while towing handcarts. Official staff members eventually arrived at the scene to disperse them. Similar sightings were reported as early as Labor Day holiday, when individuals dressed in identical attire set up booths right outside the main entrance of the cable car station, suspected of touting tickets. In response, Ngong Ping 360 has installed large notices, warning tourists not to patronize these unauthorized stalls and emphasizing that tickets must be purchased through official channels. The operator warned that passengers holding invalid tickets will be barred from boarding, as staff will now verify the source of all tickets before passengers enter the station, followed by a final automated gate check prior to boarding. Extra personnel have also been deployed on site to guide tourists directly to the official ticket office. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
A school principal has apologized and tendered his resignation over the foul-mouthed tirade in Singapore. The school board is set to decide whether to accept his departure. Jeremy Zhu again has the story.
Lee Chuk-hing, the principal of San Woi Commercial Society Secondary School in Tuen Mun, has offered his resignation to the board following his suspension from duty. Speaking to the media, Lee bowed an apology to the public of Hong Kong and the people of Singapore. He urged students to remain calm and restrained when facing challenges, telling them to learn from his mistakes. This student noted that the principal had always treated them well, adding that his decision to step down might actually demonstrate his sincerity. Another student felt that the damage to the school's reputation would be difficult to repair. The controversy erupted during a school exchange program in Singapore, where Lee allegedly got into a heated argument with security guards and used profanity. The school board will soon convene a meeting to evaluate the fallout from the scandal before making a final decision on Lee's resignation. Meanwhile, Lee has also stepped down from his regional public roles. These include his positions on the Tuen Mun Northwest Subcommittee and the Tuen Mun San King Care Team. He is currently cooperating with an investigation by the Education Bureau. Jeremy Chu, Cable News.
Extreme heat grips the city today, with temperatures over many places reaching 35 degrees or above. Hong Kong has recorded 6 consecutive nights with a minimum temperature of 28 degrees or above, tying the record for the longest run of hot nights in May. The observatory recorded 34.1 degrees as of 4 p.m., the highest so far this year. Under the very hot weather warning, residents have been scrambling to keep cool, with ice cream sales proving especially popular. As the amber heat stress at work warning remained in force, workers at the construction sites took extra precautions against the heat wave. Parts of the new territories were even hotter, with Xiaoshui, Shatin, Yunlong, and Tengguano all hit 36 degrees, while Pektamchong recorded 35.7 degrees. The observatory said the anticyclone aloft covering Guangdong is gradually weakening. Thundery showers triggered by high temperatures are affecting the coast of Guangdong. There will be a few showers and squally thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. Very hot conditions are expected to persist through the middle of next week. Hong Kong is not alone. A searing heat wave also gripped European countries, with Portugal recording its hottest May day on record and France and Italy issuing red heat wave alerts. The World Meteorological Organization warned that global temperatures are likely to be above average in the next 5 years. In the capital city of the United Kingdom, Londoners are escaping the heat wave by jumping into the River Thames to cool down.
And on a hot day like today in London is like 35 degrees. It's our hottest May day for a century or ever, I think. So, yeah, it's just really refreshing and cooling. And
Italy is also sweltering, with a red alert in force in Rome. Tourists brought sunshade umbrellas and towels, trying to stay cool outside the Colosseum, as temperatures hit 32 degrees Celsius. The northwestern Italian city of Turin even faced power blackouts, prompting the city to open public spaces with fans and air conditioning. Paris has also seen unreasonably high temperatures above 33 degrees Celsius, with 17 departments under an orange alert. Several schools closed to protect children from the extreme heat. French Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu chaired a meeting on Thursday to prepare for further heat events, including forest fires and water supplies. In central Portugal, the town of Moura hit 40.3 degrees Celsius, breaking the country's previous record of 40 degrees Celsius set in May 2001. The heat wave is forecast to continue into the weekend. Germany, Spain, and Switzerland have also experienced unusually high temperatures, with Madrid expected to reach 35 degrees Celsius, a temperature usually seen 2 months later. The WMO's 5-year outlook predicted an overheating Arctic, warning that there's an 86% chance that at least 1 year between 2026 and 2030 will surpass 2024 as the warmest year on record. An Austrian man was sentenced to 15 years in prison for planning a foil attack on a Taylor Swift concert in Vienna 2 years ago. Jamie Liu shares more.
The 21-year-old defendant was escorted to court while covering his face with a binder. He was only identified as Baron A in accordance with Austrian privacy laws. The attack plot first came to light after Austrian authorities arrested him on a tip-off from the CIA in August 2024, just before the first of 3 sold-out Taylor Swift concerts was due to take place in Vienna's Ernst Happel Stadium. Baron A allegedly planned to target people outside the venue with knives or homemade explosives. All 3 shows were immediately cancelled, to the dismay of almost 200,000 fans and the singer herself. Baron A later admitted to charges related to the suicide attack plot. Prosecutors alleged that he had become radicalized and sworn allegiance to jihadist group Islamic State. They said he also tried but failed to buy weapons illegally, including a machine gun and a hand grenade. Baron A told the court he was sorry before a jury found him guilty of most charges and sentenced him to 15 years in prison. Another 21-year-old named as Arthur K. from Slovakia, who was not involved in a plot against the concert, was accused of being part of a cell with IS and was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
A rocket made by space technology company Blue Origin exploded on its launch pad in Florida during a test. Footage showed the rocket bursting into a massive ball of fire at Cape Canaveral on Thursday night, engulfing the area around it and briefly painting the sky orange. Blue Origin said its new Gleam rocket experienced an anomaly and exploded during an engine firing test being conducted ahead of a satellite launch planned for next week. No one was hurt. The massive New Gleam was grounded in April after it left a satellite in the wrong orbit because of engine failure. It was only the third flight of the rocket that Blue Origin intends to use to launch landers to the moon for NASA. The Ministry of Finance's first sale of sovereign green bonds in Hong Kong, worth 6 billion yuan, was oversubscribed by nearly 10 times. Finance Chief Paul Chen welcomed the sale, saying it highlighted the SAR's Finance Plus development strategy. Jamie Liu has the details.
A ceremony was held to mark the issuance of the offshore renminbi sovereign green bonds. Among those attending were Assistant Minister of Finance Song Chi-Chao and Financial Secretary Paul Chen. Chen hailed the sale as underscoring Hong Kong's important role in the Finance Plus development strategy. That means harnessing the power of finance to support and contribute to China's high-quality development, he said. The ministry offered 6 billion yuan, but demand hit 62.4 billion yuan, marking a nearly 10 times oversubscription. The sale included 2 tranches of bonds maturing in 3 and 5 years, each worth 3 billion yuan. The short-dated debt, with a coupon rate of 1.42%, were oversubscribed by 9.8 times. The yield on the longer one is 1.56%, with an oversubscription by 11 times. The finance chief said the sale will further enhance the yield curve for the SL's offshore renminbi bond market, provide a new investment benchmark for international capital, and attract more cross-boundary RMB financing and trading activities to Hong Kong. RMB sovereign green bonds are loans investors give to the Chinese government in yuan with the promise that the money will go into eco-friendly projects. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day up 176 points. Top active stocks of the day. Tracker Fund was up 14 cents. Alibaba was down 90 cents. Popmart was up $11.90. Hua Hong Semiconductor was down $8.70. Foreign exchange against the Hong Kong dollar. Canadian dollar 5.67, Australian dollar 5.62. In swimming, Hong Kong's Siobhan Haughey pocketed 2 goals as she broke her own Mare Nostrum Championship record again in the women's 200-meter freestyle.